Do it, straight guy.
Anyhow, today we have him back again. Please welcome Jimmy. No, Brett, everybody. Woo, woo, woo.
I can't do it, straight guy. I can't do it. I can't do the set, straight guy.
Why not?
I'm feeling a little too jittery. I feel a little fucked up right now.
Then do it anyways.
Alright, I'll try. Oh, shit. Hey, everyone. I'm Jimmy No Breaks. I'm here to do a set, and my fucking doctor gave me these pills, and they're to help with my Alzheimer's, but honestly, they just make me feel horrible. I'm gonna try to do a set right now, and I gotta keep these on me, so
Boy.
we'll try this. All right, 1 second. Let me get my jokes up on the screen here.
Once he does.
What, straight guy?
Oh, you say as you. Do you want to make it bigger?
Do what bigger?
Measure your thing so you can read it.
Huh? The what? No. Yeah, actually, yeah. I need to make the screen bigger over here so I can read my jokes.
I see you doing that. Wait on him, wait on him, wait on him, wait on him. Yeah, waiting on him, waiting on him.
Alright, oh god, straight guy, fucking, I gotta admit, that shit is really hurting my head. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna pull it together now and do my set. Here we go. This fucking jacket is so, it's hot. I feel so hot. Not in the good way. Not hot. I feel like I'm burning up. Fuck. Okay. Alright. Take it from the top. I started working at this pizza joint 2 months ago, and I was telling this joke, and one of my coworkers said, "Jimmy No Breaks, your delivery is so monotone and dry." And I said, "Your mom's pussy is dry." Oh, I'm sorry, everybody. I'm just real sick right now. Sick like I was sick in your mom's dick. Boom. Toasted. I feel toasted right now. And next joke. My boss likes to tell these ask these ethical questions to the coworkers, my coworkers, and we all have to answer because he's our boss. And anyway, he said, "Hey Jimmy, do you ever think there could be such a thing as an ethical billionaire?" And I was like, "Well, boss man, I think the only way that a billionaire could be ethical is if he is constantly giving to charities." They, not he. Shit. Because billionaires can be other genders too.
Damn, you're really fucked in the head.
Yeah. Way to step on my punchline, straight guy. I'm already fucking fucked up on painkillers and Alzheimer's medication right now.
You did not
Next
get...
fucking joke. All right, if I were an object, I'd be a woman. No, that's the punchline. That's not the setup. Let me rewind that. Salon Dijon. Listen to me now. My mom says Salon Dijon. I don't know why we're all not doing backflips right now. I mean, and she didn't even, like, it wasn't even like an accident, or like she didn't try to play it off. Like, Peter, who's that singer, that famous Canadian singer? What? I don't know. Salon Dijon? I don't know. No. She said, Peter, can you get me tickets to see my favorite recording artist, Salon Dijon? Pete Holmes, everybody. He's Batman. I already did a Batman bit. Not gonna do it again. It was pretty racist.
Don't ask for it again.
Don't ask for it again, straight guy. All right, back to the sick persona. So I'm on these Alzheimer's pills, and they are great. They make me remember. They make me remember things that I would usually forget. And shut your mouth, straight guy. Shut up over there. The point is that I'm gonna do my set now, even though I'm fucked up on Alzheimer's medication. Supposedly. Allegedly. Alleged murderer, but not a legged murderer.
It seems like it's not working.
Norm Macdonald. Comment section. He didn't actually say it. It was in the comment section of Oscar Pistorius on Conan.
It seems like it's not working.
Alright, so I was, it's still rolling, right, straight guy?
Yes.
So I was working at this, nope, can't say the name of the place. I was working at this grocery store, like 2 months ago, and, it was fucking great. It was a great job, one of my favorite jobs I've had. I've worked 5 jobs in my life, and this was a great one. Anyway.
Are you talking about safe A?
No, I'm talking about sad way. Anyway, point is that I worked at that grocery store for 2 months, and this was 2 months ago, and I made $100, and I was telling this joke to this friend that I had. His name was Jordan, and fuck, take it from the top. Anyway, I was at fuck. All right, take it from the top. Anyway, I worked at this fucking restaurant. Not a restaurant. Stop distracting me with money, straight guy. He's got his fucking jar of money over there, and it's distracting. You know I'm a Jew, and I wanna
give tips.
And I wanna hang with you because I'm a Jew.
You said give tips.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you said give tips.
Yep.
To me.
Yeah. What did one black guy in the 1800s say to the other black guy in the 1800s? We should hang later. There we go.
You haven't paid for your other sets yet.
I guess I haven't.
You haven't paid for your other sets yet. What was that?
Mm-hmm.
What? Huh?
Anyway, I was working at this safe, can't say the name, store. I was working at this grocery store 2 months ago, and I worked there for 2 months, and I made $100 in 2 months. And there was this guy I worked with whose name rhymed with Jordan, and he fucked me. No, he didn't. But he was 22, and I was an embryo back then, because I'm 0 now, so the math checks out. But I don't do math. And I don't write neither. Anyway, here's some jokes that I wrote.
Like I don't think of math.
Shut up. asshole. All right, so and here's a joke that I told him. I would see. My whole thing is that I would go down the aisles and I would look at the. My whole thing is I would go down the aisles of the store. When I worked at the store, I would go down the aisles and pick a product off the shelf and make a joke out of the fucking name on the thing. And so I went up to, get the hell out of my shot, straight guy. And so I went to my friend Jordan, and he said, "What's that?" And I said, "Don't fucking worry about it." And which is also what Bill Cosby said to all those women. Then I did the setup of the joke as I held the product behind my back. I said, "Hey, hold on." I said, "Hey Jordan, do you want to meet up on top of that mountain where all the emo kids hang out? What was it called again? Oh yeah, Cutter's Point." And that was the name of the product. It was a coffee product. Cutter's Point, emo. You guys get it. I'm going to save the grocery jokes for later in the special. Trust me, they're all bangers. Just like your mom, straight guy. Boom, roasted, got your ass, bitch. Wait, did I say that to you, sweetheart? Oh, sorry, I'm in a nightclub and I'm wearing sunglasses. Everyone looks like it. Fuck you. Take it from the top.
There's a car going by.
Alright, seriously, don't interrupt this one this time. Alright, I'm gonna save the rest of my grocery store jokes for the rest of my special later. Trust me, they're all bangers, just like your mom, straight guy. Boom, roasted, got your ass, bitch. Wait, did I say that to you, sweetheart? Oh, sorry. I'm wearing sunglasses in a nightclub. Everyone looks like a straight guy to me. Which is exactly how I decide who's gonna go home with me tonight. Oh! Alright. Nice. Alright, now stop. 2 months ago, a customer walked in to this pizza joint I was working at with the last name Gulk. I was like, I did a double take. Then I looked this bitch right in his face and I said, "Gulk? What is that? The sound of Goofy choking on Mickey's dick?" Jesus. Alright, we're gonna try that again. So 2 months ago, I was working at this pizza joint, and this customer walks in with the last name Gulk. I looked this bitch right in his face, and I was like, "Gulk? What is that? The sound of Mickey? Fuck. The sound of Goofy choking on Mickey's dick?" "Goofy! Goofy, get your dumb ass in here!" "All right, Mick." "On your knees, bitch." "Okay." "Gosh." "All right, you ready, Goofy?" "Yes, I am." And then Mickey whips it out, and Goofy goes, "Gulk, gulk, gulk, gulk." That guy was a real person, the customer. I saw his name on the receipt, and then I made that joke. Shout out to him.
If he's watching.
He's not. You're fucking kidding me here.
You never know, he might be.
Yeah. Back at work, a little later that day at work, my boss said to me, "You know what Burger called me yesterday? A rape whistle." I laughed and said, "What? A rape whistle? Hey Burger, that's a great joke. Why'd you call boss a rape whistle?" Fuck. Take it from the top. Okay, could you not do that sound, please? Thank you. Alright. A little later that day at work, my boss came up to me and said, "You know what Burger called me yesterday?" Burger's one of my coworkers. "You know what Burger called me yesterday? A rape whistle." I was like, "Hey Burger, why'd you call boss man a rape whistle?" And Burger said, "All I meant was that while he is very loud and annoying, he is also very useful in a bad situation." It was half insult, half compliment. That's a good joke, Burger. Then I added to it. I turned to my boss and I said, while that is hilarious, I don't think you're like a rape whistle at all, because you'll never be blown. Then my boss said, since I'm apparently a rape whistle, what object would you be, Jimmy? And I said, if I were an object, I'd probably be a woman. All right, here's a long-form joke that I'm not going to be able to remember anything about. So we're just going to do this.
Cigar's not Aladdin.
What?
My cigar's not Aladdin.
Okay, straight guy. Speaking of women, I believe that supermodels should generally be in shape. Generally, not always. And by in shape, I don't mean the shape of the Titanic. God, I wish someone would heckle after that bit. He's playing with a toy over there.
Oh, there goes my dick.
Yeah, he's playing with a car toy over there, and it's totally ruining my fucking bits.
No, that's my dick running away.
Yeah, it's his dick. Okay, anyway, point is, I wish someone would heckle after that joke. I would tell them to shut the fuck up and listen to everything I'm about to say before you form an opinion on what my opinions are. I'm not Mark Normand. If you interrupt me, I'll keep telling the joke, because I think it's worth it to do my job correctly, no matter how shitty the customers, you guys, are. Where was I? Oh, right. The not in the shape of the Titanic bit. No. I mean, I want the models to be actually fit and healthy. Not skinny as a rail, but trim with some actual thickness to the legs and a tiny bit of side fat. For example, Olivia Brower. Or for a more well-known example, Kate Upton, who's my favorite model, woman, and person who has ever existed. Well, that's probably not true. Bill Gates and Steve Jobs are people that I think are better than Kate Upton, because without the internet, I wouldn't even know who Kate Upton is. So once again, men are better than women. My girlfriend laughs at these jokes, so chill the fuck out. Anyway, probably the most well-known plus-size model is Ashley Graham. Ashley Graham is an example of just because she's overweight, or as Mark Normand would say, a heifer. Second Mark Normand reference for those of you keeping score. Seriously, keep score, I'll quiz you later. Just because she's overweight, it doesn't mean she's unattractive. Ashley Graham is gorgeous. Her titties are out of this world. She is overweight, but it works for her and it works for her fans. Just like how comedians write jokes for their audience, it works for them and it works for their fans. Some comedians do anti-comedy and their fans love it. Some comedians do offensive comedy and their fans love it. Some comedians are Christians and Satan loves that. There's nothing that makes the devil laugh more than Christians trying to write a joke. I'm Christian, so shut the heck up. I'm just trying to say that I think it's perfectly fine for supermodels to be overweight. A lot of people like that, just like it's okay for comedians to suck balls. Some people like that. Just ask Tony Hinchcliffe. Let me break one of the rules of comedy and explain that joke. I love Tony Hinchcliffe. I love Kill Tony. I love the roasts of Tom Brady and Kevin Hart, not to be confused with Mark Normand. I even like Kill Tony's stand-up specials. I don't love them, but I like them. Anyway, to explain the joke I made before about comedians sucking balls, I meant sucking balls in the figurative sense, sucking at comedy, and also in the literal sense, sucking man balls. Tony Hinchcliffe does both. As I said, I love Tony. I think he's a great comedian. I would be honored to appear on Kill Tony, but it costs $100, and you can't even secure a spot on the show for 2 months. And that's that bit. Fuck, that was an ordeal. Still recording. Good. Is it too late now to fuck your ass? 'Cause I'm missing more than just your ass. And I need to go outside and touch grass. Oh Lord, I miss you now. Is it too late to fuck your ass now? You cow. Alright. I would like to take this moment to talk about my lifelong partner of 2 months, and that of course is Missy No Breaks. She's the light of my life and the dark of my cock. She's a very succulent specimen, and I count myself lucky every day that she is lucky enough to be a fan of mine. I'm gonna break character real quick and say that I do in fact love her, and I'm the one who's lucky, blah blah blah, all that gay shit, right, straight guy? This guy gets it. I like being married. Sure beats being single. Now whenever a hand touches my Johnson, it's my wife's, and not Hobo Johnson.
The manager wanted me to give you this. He wants you to pay this much.
Manager wants me to pay $100. I ain't paying that shit because I don't write, bitch. So I don't write checks. Next joke, also about my wife, Missy No Breaks. I jerk off to my wife. I'm the opposite of Louis C.K. I like to jack it to my spouse, consensually. Where's my Netflix special? Nice. All right, I'm going to try that joke again. I jerk off to my wife. Nope, I'm going to try that again. Take it from the top. I jerk off to my wife. I'm like the opposite of Louis C.K. I like to jack it to my spouse, consensually. Where's my Netflix special? Speaking of Louis, in his first stand-up special, he had a joke about naming your kid whatever you want. One of the suggestions was 40 Fs in a row, which is ironic because, as we all know, Louis C.K. doesn't give any Fs. But if I ever have a kid, I'll name him Leonard Sheldon Wolowitz Thrapali III, which is obviously a big nod to Orny Adams. If you don't get that joke, just look up Orny Adams on YouTube, and the name of the first or second comedy special that pops up will explain why that joke I just made is hilarious. Then watch his comedy specials because they're hilarious. All right.
Yep, if you can't find it, we'll leave a link down below.
Yep. The name Leonard Sheldon Wolowitz Thrapali is also a very obvious nod to the Big Bang Theory. Any bangers here? Any big bangers here? No. How about over here? Any bangers here? Any bangers here? Shut up, Meg. Shut up, Meg. I love my wife. My life! I love my life. My wife. My life. Fuck my life. Fuck my life. I fuck my wife. Alright. Or as Bo Burnham would say, fuck my life, I don't fuck my wife, so fuck my wife and fuck my life, and my son is gay, but not sitcom gay. Alright, fuck that shit. It's not funny, even though he says it's funny. What's funny? Oh, who cares? But most fans know I'm Shut up, straight guy. But most fans know I'm bisexual. That's right, I double my market value. Most guys are limited by their settings, not me. I have no breaks and no gender preferences. If you have a pulse and $100, you are a potential candidate for a 2-month trial period. I don't discriminate. I dominate, motherfucker. Bisexuality is a double-edged sword. Literally, I can edge a woman and a man at the same time. Double time. My Christians are parents like me. I fucked that up. My parents are Christian like me, but they're also Christian unlike me. We don't agree on a lot. Here's what my dad told me about bisexuality. He said, Jimmy, 2 bis don't make a guy. And then my mom would say, and 2 guys get AIDS and die. And then my grandma, And then I would say, your worldview makes me cry. And then my grandma would say, and I can't see anything out of my left eye. This one. And then my grandma would say, I can't see anything out of my left eye, but I can still see 2 homos worth stoning to death even if I were blind. And then Brendan Urie would chime in with a, haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? No. Alright, now it's time to kiss that subject bye. That was pretty good, actually. Alright, here's a good joke. Here's a long joke, but it's a good one. I would like to discuss rape. I think that it's bad. I think that jokes about rape play a role in desensitizing us to such horrible acts and normalizing such acts in our society. But I also think that people who are fucked up enough to rape someone, don't need a comedian to give them a go-ahead with a joke. I think that normal, well-adjusted, good people can appreciate the humor of a rape joke without walking away thinking that I think that normal, well-adjusted, good people can appreciate the joke of appreciate the humor of a rape joke without walking away from the joke thinking that rape is okay. Here's an example. Here's an example. When I was 19, I was touched inappropriately without my consent. I was at the doctor's office. Yeah, the fucking doctor. I go up to this doctor. No, we're not doing that. I was at the doctor's office for what I thought was an examination of the injury on my foot that had prevented me from walking for 2 months. After the doctor had examined my foot and said that it would heal up just fine, he told me to strip down to my underwear. This was in front of my father, by the way, who did nothing in my defense. I was completely blindsided by this, but I complied anyway. I did not schedule this appointment for a full-body examination. It wasn't over yet either. The doctor told me to pull... Shut up, straight guy. The doctor told me to pull my underwear down, and I did. Shut up, straight guy. He did. He then touched me down there for medical reasons, and he told me I could get dressed again. Also, he had been demeaning me for being overweight the whole time, the entire time. Keep in mind, this was not what I thought I was signing up for when my dad made the appointment. Then, and here we go. Then, and this is the most fucked up part, the doctor spent the next half hour telling my father that if I didn't get a job within the next month, that my dad should kick me out of the house. He also said that if I found a job, I should be required to pay my parents $100 rent every week so I can move out in 2 months. Now, even I had hired this doctor to give me a full body... Wait. Okay, take it from the top. Now, even if I had hired this doctor to give me a full body examination, that still would not have entitled him to lecture me on how lazy I am and lecture my father on how enabling he is. We hired this man to be a doctor, not a fucking psychiatrist. He was overstepping his bounds by a country mile. After he released us from his office, I went up to the receptionist and told her to cancel my future appointments. Oh, shit. Burped. Later that night, I looked the doctor up online and found his address, so I went to his house to demand an apology. But he refused, so I raped him. The end.
Hey, man. Hey.
Oh, hey, it's Jimmy No Blakes.
Yeah, I'm here.
Is it still recording?
What up? Let me know. We are good. We are good on that shit, yeah.
I don't half-ass things. I go all in to your mother's ass. I give 100% and $100 to every situation I'm in. Whether I'm at the gym or the strip club, I'm giving out $100, bitch. I drink half and half coffee every morning. It makes me go blah 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 in my wife's titties. I mix it with half and half milk. One half comes from my girlfriend Missy's jugs of 2% milk that she bought at Walmart 2 months ago for $100.
Nice.
And the other half is from her tits.
That's nice.
This concludes the halfway portion of the show.
Yeah. And my girl has a cow, and she doesn't drink milk from the cow. She drinks milk from her own titties.
Yes.
That's the way I like it.
Yeah. Well, my friends, it is now the 33-minute mark of the show. And you know what that means? It's time for some Jesus jokes. That's right. Boys and girls, buckle the fuck up. My friend and I were reading the original screenplay for Back to the Future. And at one point, Marty yells at the professor. I was reading the professor's lines, and my friend was reading Marty's lines. But my friend is not a very good reader, so he got stuck on the first word. He tried reading it. He said, trying to guess it. I tried to give him hints. I was like, it's a person's name. He's literally your savior. My friend couldn't guess it. I kept going. He's black. My friend said, oh, Justice. I was like, what? No. Justice is our one black friend, by the way. I continued to give my friend hints. He's the star of the New Testament, I said. My friend said, I've never seen that movie. I was like, bitch, it's a book. He's like, I don't read. You know that. I start losing my mind. I scream at him, the Bible? He's like, oh. I'm like, you're literally a Christian. You've never heard of the New Testament? He's like, all right, you don't have to shout at me. That was a terrible. Take it from the top. All right, you don't have to shout at me. That was a little better. I yell at him. You still haven't guessed who it is? My friend said, I have no idea what you're trying to get me to guess. My eyes bulge out of my skull and I bellow, it's God's son. My friend goes, oh, I get it now. I glare back at him. Do you? He says, yeah, it's obviously Jimmy No Brakes. All right, here's another Jesus joke. Jesus was All right, here's another Jesus joke. Jesus was historically black, but he's got a Mexican name, so he's a black Mexican. I think a cool nickname for a black Mexican would be the 10-inch alada. Get it? 10-inch like a black dick, and enchilada like the Mexican food. 10 enchilada? Come on, people, this is grade A shit. Pearls before swine, man.
Animal-based protein and real ingredients to help fuel incredible lives. Let us help you find the perfect meal for your pet at PetSmart.
Sounds more like pet shit, Mark.
Yeah. Is it still recording?
Yes. Oh, the background's fucked up. Why don't you let me unpause it now?
Yep. What are you doing? Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, why don't you let me unpause it? Or skip to the thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now, here's an impression of a basic white guy from Amike Notnigsa. Notnigsa. That's the name of the country. Look it up on the globe, straight guy. Okay, basic white guy from Amike Notnigsa. Hi everyone, my name's Jim Stiefler and I don't want to do Jimmy No Breaks anymore. I fucking hate it. I mean, I came up with this character because I saw Timmy No Breaks on Kill Tony and thought he was amazing. I watched all his sets and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool. What if I did a thing where I pretend I'm his long lost son because he's 36 and I'm 21 and the math kind of checks out that if well, actually, he's 37 now, so and I'm 21. So if he fucked someone at 16, then if he was 16 and fucked someone, then I would be his son. And the point is that I was supposed to be that. So there we go.
That made no sense.
Thank you, straight guy.
Alright, straight. I'm bisexual.
We're all bisexual.
Are we all? Yeah.
I'm gonna put my costume back on. I think it's time to talk about my Alzheimer's medication.
Yes. If you stop taking it, we're all always getting fucked up. Did you hear what I said? I said if you stop taking it, we're all getting fucked up.
Mm. Alright, now I'm gonna talk to you guys about my Alzheimer's medication that my fucking doctor gave to me 2 months ago for $100. And I've been taking it, and it makes me cough, and it makes me jittery, and it makes me sick. And it's great. I love it. But at least I can remember things now, I can, remember stuff. So I'm gonna just do some remembering right now on stage. Yep, I remembered that. I remember that too. The medication works, who would have thunk? Hey, I even remember that. I even remember that I fucked your mom last night. Heyo. And that's all I can remember. Jesus. I thought I had a better bit for that. I didn't.
Well, I'm just a straight guy eating your mom's shit.
Yeah, alright, here's the closing bit of my special. So Berger said, Mormons believe that when colored people... Berger said, Mormons believe that when colored people die, their skin turns white. I can't support that kind of racism. So I said, but doesn't everyone turn white because when we die, we all become skeletons? Then my boss said, I thought it was because we all become ghosts. Then Berger said, I don't know if ghosts are white so much as translucent. Then I interjected with, Caitlyn Jenner is a transparent. If Caitlyn Jenner dies, she'll be a transparent. This next part is now me talking directly to the audience, not part of the work story. If she dies, when Caitlyn Jenner dies, she'll be a transparent parent. Shit. If she dies, when Caitlyn Jenner dies, she'll be a transparent. When Caitlyn Jenner dies, she'll be a transparent. Because being trans does not endow you with immortality. But if it did, I'd change my name to Missy No Breaks. Yeah, it would definitely be worth it to be treated like a subhuman and banned from public restrooms and labeled an abomination by my Christian parents and have to live in fear of verbal and physical abuse every day of my life just to be able to live forever. What a great eternity that would be. But alas, being trans doesn't make you immortal. They get the exact same amount of time on Earth as the rest of us. They just spend more of that time being true to themselves. And, yeah. What the fuck?
Yum.
I hate my life. We're just
Yeah.
gonna try that again.
Yum.
Okay.
Yum.
Yep.
Yum.
Yep.
Yum. 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 Yum.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's your timer.
I don't care.
Jimmy Albrecht don't care about timers.
No, I don't. When Caitlyn Jenner dies, she'll be a transparent. Because being trans does not endow you with immortality. Don't believe the hype. But if it did, I'd change my name to Missy No Breaks in a heartbeat. Yeah, it would definitely be worth it to be treated like a subhuman and banned from public restrooms and be labeled an abomination by my Christian parents and have to live in fear of verbal and physical abuse every day just to be able to live forever. What a great eternity that would be. But alas, being trans doesn't make you immortal. They get the exact same amount of time as the rest of us. They just spend more of that time being the version of themselves that they want to be. In other words, transparent. I think we can all learn a valuable lesson from them, and that lesson is being normal is fucking gay. That was good. All right. All right. All right, now I'm gonna do an impression of a basic white guy from Amike Natnigsa. It's the name of the country, Natnigsa. Look it up on the map, straight guy on the globe. All right. Basic white guy from Amike Natnigsa. Hi everybody, my name's Tim Stifler. There we go. Hi everyone, my name's Tim Stifler, and I can't do this. Cut the camera. That's good.